changes that I made that absolutely changed my life. Today, we're gonna go over them and I'm gonna show you how to do the same thing. Let's dive into it.
Welcome to the Smack Fest, the beat down. The SWAT team is here on another beautiful day of shutting the week down.
Hey guys, for me for the very first time, welcome to the channel. My name is William Dauria. I am a full-time real estate investor now. I buy solely for passive income only. I do not wholesale, I do not flip houses. I buy and I live off the rental property. I have single-family, multifamily, commercial units. And today we're gonna talk about the starting point of becoming not just an entrepreneur, but financially free, how I did it so you can do the same thing, or at least understand the steps it takes to actually get there way earlier than society is telling you that is actually possible. And the first one is to stop caring about what other people think. Stop caring about what other people think, guys. Seriously. If it comes, one of the biggest ones is like the keeping up with the Joneses, the Gucci belt, the Prada shoes, the Rolex watch, the Rolls Royce I have in my driveway. Wait, hold up. It's a Volkswagen Passat, never mind. Okay, you get the idea, right? I don't care. I honestly don't care, and I never have. All the way, guys, I had a business. I drove a $3,000 car, and I owned 200 motorcycles paid in full in my dealership. They were not financed. I bought them with my own money. Yet outside, I had the cheapest car out of all of my employees, and I drove those cars for over a decade. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. And the sooner you can stop trying to keep up with the Joneses is the sooner you can actually focus and invest into yourself. You might be asking, what is investing into yourself? What does that actually mean? And if you're watching this video, you're doing just that right now. You are actually investing into yourself. What it actually means is it's not, hey, I'm gonna take out a $100 bill and I'm going to give it to myself over here into my LLC. And yes, okay, there's a part of that, but listen guys, what it really is talking about, it's learning. It is understanding. Not being a jack of all trades, but going deep into one and truly understanding it, guys. For instance, let me just stop on real estate, okay? When I got to real estate, I didn't know anything about it, okay? And I decided, because you have to niche down. The riches are in the niches. And let me give you a good example. This is how I niched in, okay? When I was selling motorcycles, I said, what do I want to do? Like, do I want to sell cruisers, sport bikes? What do I actually want to sell? And I had to say, look, this is what I know. This is what I'm passionate about. I stuck to sport bikes. And then I said, okay, well, how am I going to make my money in selling these? Am I going to sell them cash? Am I going to finance? And ultimately, I found out the money is in financing. Okay, well, who am I going to finance? Am I going to finance anybody? Am I going to specifically go after, say, people with bad credit because those people can't get approved? If I could figure out a way to get those people approved on a sport bike, because generally they're younger riders, that right there would be a match and I would be solving a problem, and that's what I did. Okay, when I got into real estate, I had to make the same kind of decisions. Okay, real estate is its own niche, okay, but we're not niched all the way down. Then, do you want to do wholesale? Do you want to do rental? Do you want to do buy and flips? Like, how far were you going to get into this? You don't want to get too deep, okay? You get too deep into it, and then your clientele is very, very few, okay? So I had to decide, do I want to do wholesaling? I looked into it. Is there money to be made? Yes, I have money right now to be buying properties. So I said, I'm not going to do wholesaling, but I'm going to learn wholesaling. Okay, understand this. I'm going to learn how to wholesale so I know how to market off-market properties and I know how to get these deals under contract that are good deals. I'm just not going to sell them, okay? The next is, do I want to be flipping? Well, I worked for a construction company in the past and I don't like doing that day to day. I don't want to be a sweaty construction worker. Believe me guys, you guys out there that are construction workers and they sweat every day, more power to you. You guys like it. I don't. I'm willing to pay you for it, okay? We all can get along in this video, okay? So I just don't like doing that. So I said, okay, I don't want to do that, but I'll hire it out. I will pay for it, okay? And I pay my guys good, 50 bucks an hour. So, and then I said, what about rental properties? What are the pros? What are the cons? We're not going to go over everything in this video, but I got down to the point where I niched down to rental properties. Okay, and then I had to choose, do I want to do single family homes, multifamily? Do I want to do brick builds? Do I want to do mobile homes? So I chose brick builds only because lack of upkeep over the years, okay? Specifically, like, you know, you don't have to paint the brick's not gonna rot, you don't have to worry about termites as much, okay? You're not on cinder blocks, you're generally not pier and beam. There's a lot of pros to the niche that I found. And then I had to even say, okay, what area am I gonna buy in? I typically like to buy about 50 miles away in a bubble outside my house. And since I'm in the Dallas area, we're talking about millions of homes. So my bubble can be 50 miles and still be very, very, very competitive as far as, you know, what I'm looking at. There's tons on the market, okay? That's what I'm talking about, investing into yourself. Is they understand what you're getting into, niche down and become an expert at, for instance, rental property buying, okay? Investing, refinancing on solely rental properties. That's what I do. That's what I mean by investing into yourself. Become a master at what you want to get into, be it real estate investing or small business. Become a master and don't niche down too far. Make sure that there's a market for it and model what other people in that same market are doing and are successful. Modeling is this. It's not necessarily copying, okay? It's looking at their website, looking at their pricing, looking at whatever the industry is, learning what they're doing to be successful, and then taking and implementing ideas from that model onto your own, because they have probably spent possibly millions of dollars to get to where they are. You've spent nothing, but you're using their R&D money to basically help your business out. So you're looking at them saying, okay, I see how easy their website is to navigate. Okay, they only have 5 tabs. They're keeping it simple. Keep it simple, stupid. Okay, so basically you're gonna say, okay, they have a really simple website. It's super easy to navigate. I want to make sure mine is simple and easy to navigate. It's stuff like that. Okay, moving on. The 2 books that changed my life. Now, I'm going to tell you what the first one is, and I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you the second book, and I'm going to tell you why. They're completely different reasons, okay? So the first book, this is all opinions, okay? And I'm not sponsored by them at all. The first book is this, guys. It's The Millionaire Real Estate Investor by Gary Keller. This was the very first real estate book I laid down on my office floor when I had carpet, and I laid down on it. I have hardwood now. I don't have, like, you know, concrete. I laid down on it because that was comfortable for me, and I bought this used on eBay, and you can kind of tell it's all, like, you know, the things that are important to the last person they underlined pretty much all through the book. And look at this. They even made notes, and I'm like, oh, that I might want to read that twice for some reason because this person made some notes on it, right? So, and they circle things and they put arrows, and anyway, so this book right here, I highly recommend, guys. This is also part of investing into yourself. Get this. You ready? You ready? Check this out. You buy it on eBay for, I don't know how much it is, say $15 shipped. You read it, you get all the knowledge you can out of it, and then you can sell it for $15. You get what I'm trying to say? Or, guys, check this out. Audiobook it. You can audiobook it, I'm sure, even for free somewhere, even like on YouTube, okay? There is no excuse at all. Now, you can do this while you're working out. You can do this while you're mopping a floor. You can do this while you're doing whatever. Just make sure you do it. Okay, so this book right here, this is what this book taught me. It taught me what's called the BRRRR strategy. That's B and then 4 R's after that. All right, that's buy, renovate, rent, refinance, and repeat, okay? It didn't specifically say BRRRR in this book. I think this book was made before the term was coined, but it was basically in one paragraph, and this entire book changed my life, guys. One paragraph. It was the paragraph that was talking about how you can buy real estate, get all of your money back out of it on a refinance, get to keep the real estate, and make positive cash flow on top of that. And I was like, whoa, stop. So you're telling me I can buy a house, get to keep it essentially for free. The bank gave me all of my money back, sometimes even more. It's not taxable because it's a loan. And then it cash flows, the rent cash flows more than my expenses, so I get to keep the cash flow off of a 0 investment. That's insanity. I didn't even understand that it even existed. I went through school. I even tried college. Flunked out terribly because I'm a terrible student. But I tried it, and they never ever talked about any of this. Or because I was a terrible student, I don't remember them talking about this. I don't really know. Okay, but I can tell you this. that nobody that went through college, even my friends that have doctrines, have not even heard about this, guys, or don't even think it's possible because people tell them it's not. And everything is impossible until somebody has done it. The other book, you can probably guess it, and I feel like a broken record when I say this, is Rich Dad, Poor Dad, okay? That book wasn't so much a real estate book, okay? It was in a sense, but it really came down to this. It was a book about changing your mindset, okay? Let me just give you an example, okay? And I'm going to use kind of a bad example because I want to show how this can still make sense in even a bad example. Let's say you wanted to buy a liability. It's a jet ski, okay? It was $7,000, okay? And you had $7,000. Instead of taking that money and buying it cash and then having it paid off, like some people on YouTube would tell you to do, what you would do is you would take that same $7,000, you would hang on to it. You would finance that jet ski at $115 a month perhaps, okay, plus a little bit of interest. And then you would take the $7,000 and you would invest it into your investment vehicle that makes sense. It could be real estate, it could be the stock market, it could be your small business, it could be something that makes sense, okay? And the money that you make on that $7,000 will pay your payment in full every single month. And the time that, for instance, in this case, that jet ski is actually paid off, you have the jet ski, it's paid in full, and you still have your $7,000 that you would have had given away initially. You're using that money as mini employees. Think about every single dollar you have of that $7,000 is working for you 24/7. It's that kind of thinking and mindset change that helped me understand, because up to that point, I was buying everything cash. Everything had to be in cash. Pay off your house as fast as you can. Be debt-free, 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 until I read that book and realized I'm doing it all wrong. I highly recommend that book. Audiobook it if you have to. It is an awesome book, and if anything, that book will help you change your mindset to understand the entrepreneurial way of thinking, or at least the entrepreneurs that want to keep moving forward's way of thinking. Because I, at my small business, was basically at a wall. I couldn't get past it because I wasn't using leverage. Speaking of leverage, leverage in real estate works like this. You need to take your money and you need to use other people's money in order to help build wealth in your portfolio. Let me give you an example. Say you have a $100,000 house and you have cash, $100,000, be it from wherever. Would you buy that house in cash, in full, $100,000, plop, it is paid in full? Or would you put down 20% 5 times on 5 different properties? Using the math, it works like this. If you fast forward 30 years, the same $100,000 you put out into investment properties are now worth 5 times what that one property would have been worth in 30 years, okay? So you have, in 30 years, you still have one property. In 30 years, you could have 5 paid off properties, okay? We're not even considering all the cash flow and appreciation, but it's generally times 5 everything, including appreciation, which is the #1 way real estate investors actually make money in today's market, okay? It's not rent increases. It's not necessarily the cash flow. It is appreciation is the #1 way to build wealth in real estate today. So keep that in mind. Buying in good areas, buying fewer houses in good areas are typically a better investment than buying a bunch of houses in bad areas. When I started learning about real estate investing, I had to basically focus on myself, like I said, investing into yourself. And what that means is I had to get on, let's just say Zillow.com, because I use them every day. And I had to run numbers on all the incoming properties, the new upcoming properties that day. And I had to learn what the market was like first before I dove into it and I could actually buy something. I had to analyze numbers every single day on every single property that I was interested in my range. And I had to say, okay, this is what they typically are selling for. So I know when I find a good deal, I know it's a good deal because I know what the houses around are typically selling for, okay? So basically, if you want to get into your first rental property, for instance, or buy your first wholesale or buy your first flip, is you need to get out there. You need to make offers. When I say get out there, I mean, you know, it's 2021. Get online. Start analyzing properties daily and then start making offers that make sense. Let them tell you no, but if you don't make the offer, you'll never get a yes. So what I did was I analyzed. I made a bunch of offers. I lost a bunch of properties, lost a bunch of offers, but eventually one stuck. Is that? I'm a C- student. We'll just stick with that. All right, it stuck, and I made it happen. It was my very first rental property that I bought like off of Zillow is a $55,000 2-bedroom, 1.5 bath. We did $10,000 of rehab to it. It rents for $950 a month right now. We painted the exterior. We put down new floors. Ripped all the carpet out, and just did real basic maintenance to it. It's a phenomenal property. I own it today. It's worth about $100 now. It's had the same tenant for the last 3 years, and I've owned it for 3 years. So it's been a great little starter property. Would it make you rich? Absolutely not. Is it the first step to building your portfolio? 100%. 100%. I think it was the author of Rich Dad Poor Dad was talking about, he bought a condo, I believe it was in Maui. I might be wrong about the location, but he cash flowed like $20 per month on his first property. $20. And he said it was amazing feeling because he realized the power of real estate, the power of leverage, and how this can change your life on a grander scale. Yeah, $20 a month is you know, not going to change anybody's life, but $20 when you figure out why and how you did it and how you could amplify that and how you could turn that $20 into say $200, and you can do this many times a year or many times per month even, you can see how this can build very quickly. And next thing you know, in 5, 6, 7 years, you can leave your 9 to 5 literally way before 65 in this business. And one of the first things I did when I got my rental property, my very first one, is I hired a property manager because I tried to do it myself for a couple months. I was renting this particular property for $900 a month, and I thought it was a good deal. I was having to put up with all the headaches, and eventually I was like, I'm done. These tenants are terrible. I'm getting rid of them. I didn't really do a good background check because it was just me and I didn't know how to do that. So I hired a property manager. They got a better tenant, did a background check for it, and then the money I was paying the property manager, they actually took the rent and rose the rent for the same amount I was paying the property manager. So basically, I was hands off. I had a better tenant. I didn't have to deal with any of the headaches, and that is why I highly recommend getting a property manager from the get-go, and make sure that you put it into your numbers when you're running the analyzation from the beginning. And that's why I go 100% real estate, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, ETFs, retirement accounts, 401ks. I stay out of them. I keep my portfolio 100% in real estate. The stock market is a gamble in my opinion. You guys can roast me in the comments. I don't understand them, so I don't put my money into them. I understand real estate. I understand I can make money on no money. I haven't figured out a way to do that in the stock market yet without incredibly high risk. So let me know, guys, in the comments what you guys think about this video. What do you think about the books I recommended and investing into yourself? What questions can I help you answer? And if you guys haven't already, be sure to smash that like button and to hit the subscribe and the notification bell, because I upload several videos per week on real estate investing, financial freedom, personal finance, basically everything that I can do to help you come up. Guys, thanks again for watching, and I will see you on the next one.